In the late 80s and the early 90s, the beat-em-up genre was all the rage. There's no shortage of them out there, so it's very likely that you may have missed out on a few, even if they were mega hits. One that I never got around to playing was River City Ransom for the NES, a game widely considered a cult classic. So what made this game so different that it stood out amongst the sea of beat-em-ups? And do these qualities hold up after all these years? Or has nostalgia blindness taken hold of its fans? Let's take a look. River City. A beautiful, bustling metropolis with plenty of fine dining, children laughing and playing, and gang violence erupting around every possible corner. River City Ransom is a story we've heard countless times. The main characters, Ryan and Alex, must save Ryan's girlfriend from gang leader Slick. But there's a bit of a twist here. Not only has Slick captured Cindy, but with the help of his cronies, he's also claimed the entire city. His gangs are littered across most of the streets and are looking to lay the smackdown on Ryan and Alex. A classic hero story, but I like the explanation as to why there are so many baddies ready to duke it out on the street with no bystanders present. Because an entire city has been captured. I also like that the story is told through a ransom note sent by Slick at the start of the game. Gotta love when the title makes sense. Then, in typical NES fashion, you jump right into the gameplay. You take control of either Alex or Ryan and make your way to the right as waves of enemy gangs rush and attack you. Now if you're feeling outnumbered and alone, don't fret because you have the option of bringing a friend along for the ride. Which for me, it's heresy if you have no option for 2 players in a beat 'em up. The A button will punch and the B button will kick. Both buttons will block when you press it as an attack is coming towards you. Enemies will often be carrying weapons like brass knuckles, rocks, trash cans, or pipes, and once you disarm them, you can pick it up and give them a taste of their own medicine. You can even do one of my favorite things, pick up an enemy and use him as a weapon. The characters move on the slower side, and I didn't understand why at first. It's because there's an RPG element going on here, and stats can be leveled up. Punch power, kick power, agility, defense, max health are among some of the things that can be upgraded. To do so, you must enter shops to buy food, books, and other objects that will power up your base stats. What a valuable life lesson you can get from this game. It shows you that books and knowledge are power. However, don't gorge yourself on food and snacks in reality because this won't increase your strength. These upgrades make a huge difference, and you'll find that the game controls better the more upgraded your character is, and the easier it will be to take out the gangs and bosses. This upgrade feature is a very welcome mechanic for me, and it adds a ton of depth into a genre that is usually about mashing buttons. You can't just mash away here or you'll be crushed in the first few screens, since enemies get a lot stronger as you go, so upgrading is a must. In order to upgrade, you'll need money, and to get money, you'll need to hand out the beatdowns. However, there is a flaw here, because as you move along in the game, there are certain gangs like the frat guys and squids who are far more powerful than the rest, which is fine. But the result is you do a ton of backtracking to fight the lower level minions so you can actually defeat them and gain money. If you die fighting some of the more difficult ones, you'll lose half the cash you just worked so hard to get. It can get pretty annoying when you're saving up for a special move or item, and then you get killed. You end up running back and forth grinding for coins in the same areas, which can get a bit boring. Certain upgrades are a must if you want to have any hopes of saving Cindy. There's a stone hands technique which will allow you to throw 3 fast punches in 1 button press, as well as similar upgrades for your kicks and weapon attacks. These techniques are a godsend because you'll be dispatching thugs with a lot more ease. It's an awesome feeling when your character gets stronger and stronger and you find yourself being able to take on foes that would have normally handed you your butt on a silver platter. There are some areas that after you clear out the thugs, their leader will appear and you'll enter a boss battle. The bosses are a bit challenging early on, but beating them will net you way more cash. You also have the option of going back and fighting them again. And what's cool about this is that the boss's dialogue has changed from the first time you fought them. They're aware you defeated them before, and they get bummed out when you do it again. It's a nice touch and very funny. Each gang member you fight also has dialogue when you finish them off. They'll say something like, "Mama!" or "Is this fun yet?" And I think everybody's personal favorite, "Barf!" Did Ryan and Alex hit them so hard that they threw up? Is this something that happens? And if so, I can't imagine it happens as often as it does in this game. But nevertheless, it adds humor. Now, when it comes to the look of the game, it's safe to say that it has a very unique style. The graphics are simple and blocky, but it's real slick. Very clean and minimal, but that's what helps older games hold up so well. Even though it's simple, the characters get very expressive, so it really complements the humor and overall feel of the game. And it's interesting because when I think back on other NES games, I can't think of many where the characters' faces change up this much and show emotion. Enemies are limited to about a maximum of 2 at a time, and this seems to keep any slowdown you might encounter to a minimum. The soundtrack is a bit limited, but this is definitely on the upper echelon of NES soundtracks for me. Sometimes 8-bit music can get annoying, especially when it's repetitive, which happened a lot in the early days of video games. But River City Ransom has just enough tracks to keep things varied, and most of the songs are extremely memorable. So the question is River City Ransom fueled by nostalgia or not? To me, this is a clear-cut case of not. The game is extremely fun, even if you're playing it for the first time 25 years after it was released. The game gets you hooked right away, and even though there are a few flaws, the upgrade system keeps you interested and makes it extremely replayable. So if you're like me and have been putting off playing this one, don't wait any longer. Pick it up, grab a buddy, and spend an afternoon together with some sweet beat 'em up goodness. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time on It's All Fun and Games. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you want to see the first episode of Nostalgia or Not, click the video link down below. And if you really like what I'm doing, click the subscribe button. Thanks again.